Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and today we're taking a look at the April 2026 feature summary for Power BI Desktop. Although, really, we're just going to be talking about user context aware calculated columns, which I realize I already made a video about, but I swear to God, there is zero else. I mean, literally nothing else to talk about in this release. You have your marketing slop here, and then they're deprecating some stuff nobody cares about. Got your AI slop, and then there's these reporting. There's one. The list is so short. But this one, the Azure Map Visual, literally they're just syncing like what you choose over here in the visual with the format pane, which I swear to God, that seems like a bug to me. That's just they're like touting a bug fix, right? I mean, I don't know. And then easily identify preview visuals in the visualizations pane. I get that again, I consider that kind of a bug. But now they display like preview after the name and when you hover over it and that sort of thing. I mean, super minor. And then the narrative visual default type. So if you have a Copilot license, it defaults to Copilot. Otherwise, it doesn't. I mean, that's literally what has changed in reporting. I mean, that's about as thin as I've ever seen in a Power BI release. That's amazing. So then you have direct link calculated columns and tables, which is preview, and I guess that's important if you use direct link, but don't use direct link. And then you have your DAX user defined functions. They improved name of. That's all this is. And then I don't know if I ever seen just two visualization updates in a Power BI release. So we're going to talk about user context aware calculated columns. And in my previous video on this subject, the reason that video is the way it is, in where it's completely silent, is because I was going and kicking the tires on this thing. I was like, I literally have no words to describe just what a god awful experience and feature this is. And so that's where that video came from. But it's even worse. It's even worse now that there's documentation, I feel like. Because and so if you don't know what it is, basically like user context aware calculated columns. Essentially in calculated columns, you could never use like username, user principal name, user culture, and custom data, right? They left out username for some reason. And seeing DAX functions not in all caps is just I despise that, but we'll set that aside for right now. Anyway, so now basically the example that they keep using is, oh, you can, based on user culture, you can return like a different translation, essentially, which is the dumbest thing ever. And I'll show exactly why that is. But I think the one thing that makes this even worse than what I showed in my previous video is that it only works on direct lake on one lake, right? That's on import and direct query tables using expression context property. Although, again, in my testing, it didn't work. Like I used an import, I couldn't publish it to the service at all. So I don't know if that's changed, but as of the release of this thing, when I was doing that, it just didn't work. When I on just publishing it out to the service, it literally failed. So anyway, so that's bad. But they have actually updated the documentation for this thing. Um, so this is out there now, expression context. Previously, when I went out there, there was no context. I did a control F, it did context, and it found nothing. But now there's actually, a documentation on it, right? But the crazy thing about this is why it makes it so bad is like the materialization and performance. So this explains why you have to set it like per column, or why you'd want to set it per column, because it's going to impact performance because it's material, you know, normally when you do like import, right? All of your columns and that sort of stuff, all your calculated columns, they're all materialized within the table. But now, if it has to take in user context into account, then it's unmaterialized, right? So they have, again, support expression context settings, and I don't know why they this is more confusing than it needs to be. I'm just gonna give you that. I'm just gonna say that. All right. So it's like they could have made this way simpler, right? Hey, if you are going to use user context, right, then you're going to take a performance hit on your DAX queries. That's literally all they needed to say, but they would go into way more confusing detail than they ever needed to, right? Okay, so now why is this a stupid feature, right? Because I did well, if this wants to cooperate. So I did a whole blog series on multilingual reports, right? And I you know, played around with, editing this, putting translations in the semantic model and all these other things that you can do. But the only way that it works, in my opinion, correctly, and the best way that it works, and it's you literally have to do nothing. Okay, all you have to do, like, here's my English month names, and I can go here and I can say translate, and I can translate them to French. Right. So anybody that's in your organization that's in France with their user culture, right, for their Windows machine or whatever it is, set to France, and their browser is set to, French language, right? Then they're going to view your report. It's going to be automatically be translated for them, right? That's so. What's the point, right? I just don't get the point of this feature at all. So yeah, this has to be one of the worst updates, one of the absolute worst updates I've seen come out of the team. And I mean, I got my hopes up after the March one. The March one was actually had a lot of cool stuff going on, and it fixed totals. Maybe that skewed my judgment. I thought maybe we've turned a corner here on the Power BI desktop releases, but this is god awful, right? This is a terrible release. There's nothing in here. It's all preview stuff and literally bug fixes, right? That's it. That's what's in this release. So that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.